you belong to the streets, but the streets belong to me.
Another week tuned in. Y'all see my little quick outfit change from last week? Ow. Gotta do what it do, baby. Make it do it, okay? Gotta do it how you do it. Show them that you could do it. And I wanted to do 2 episodes back to back. So look, content creator, 1 episode. 2nd episode. Fuck you mean? Well, energy check. How you feeling from 1 to 10? I'm still feeling like a 10. It's going to be a 10 because my weekend is going to be great. So this week, I'm going to do something a little different. That's why I wanted to do this back to back because I could. Because I'm not talking about my future and stuff like that or what I'm going through in the moment, you know? So, mental health check. How you doing from 1 to 10? I'm 10 across the board. It's summertime. It's my season. I be like feeling real during the summer because I'm a Cancer. Happy Gemini season. It's Gemini season. I love Geminis. Geminis, you guys, is a good time. I can't even lie to you. Y'all is a vibe. 1 o'clock. So this week I wanted to actually do an unpopular opinion video because there's so much that was going on in the community on Enters of Net, and I was not talking about any of it. Once the whole J. Cole thing happened with Dreamville, I was just like, and that's not usually me, but I really wanted to sit back and dissect everything before I say anything, because in content creation, you can put your foot in your own mouth once you talk too soon, because lies could be put out and then you're over here actually feeding into it. And I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to add a little hype to it. Wanted to wait and sit back and then give my opinion. So today, what we're going to be talking about is the J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick situation. How I feel about that right now. We're going to be talking about the election. What the fuck is going on in this world and what should we pay attention to? 3, my opinion on the podcast era is dying, and I want to talk about it. 4, how celebrity lifestyle is dead as well. It's out the window. 5, being a content creator can be very corny and cringy. My opinions on that coming soon. 6, social media is fake. Fake as fuck. We're going to dig into that. We're going to dig right into that. And 7, this viral moment that went around with this young black teacher that was allowing these girls to play in his hair. We're going to get into that too. So let's get into it. First topic, J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar. Again, you know, I've been sitting here since Dreamville and I done released a video. Here's the video that you can go check out. And when I actually ripped J. Cole a fucking new one, right? And I remember in that same video, I had said, my brother at the concert told me, I think J. Cole is hiding something. And that's why he apologized. I remember quoting that. I really did. I do. And with that being said, I really do think he is hiding something, and he kept his peace, his sanity, and his heart and his world intact. And I give him that. I give him props. Congratulations to you, J. Cole, for choosing peace. You chose peace rather than flipping your own shit inside out for people who really don't give a fuck about you still. And for these viewers and fans and likes and all that really don't matter. Keep your family safe. For sure. Definitely your mental health. Like what? You walking around like this. Big J. Cole. J. Cole, shout out to you. You did that one. You did the big one. I actually wished I would have done that, but because I know I'm a fucking water sign, I would have definitely chose some Drake shit and been aired out too and still stood on that shit. Like he did with the Sexy Red track. He hopped on the BBL. BBL, Tracy.
BBL
He hopped on it with Sexy Red. Did y'all hear that? Check that out. Go check that out. Here it is right here. Y'all make sure y'all check that out. Listen, Metro Boomin did his big one with that one. DJ Mustard, he did his big one too. Oh, what? They not like us. They not like us. What? It birthed so much greatness with this beef, you know? It's so sad because so much pain has also came out of this situation. Shout out to Drake for really trying to keep up with the gang shit, you feel me? But listen, my mixed brother. They done ripped us a new one because of you. You get what I'm saying? No matter how much I try to stand by you, listen, you did a great job. You really did it with the video where you smashed the minivan. Oh, yo, the visuals, like how you bounce back and da-da-da-da-da. I really think it's a plot twist to all this. Like, how is the productions and everything getting just cleared and ready, and the dollar and the funding and everything's just so ready for these things, huh? Mind-blowing. You know why it's so mind-blowing? Because when we were waiting for an album from these people, they have every excuse in the book on why we don't get an album. But when there's some beef, there's music. What does that mean? I feel like it's an all planned agenda. And that's why we got to be careful. Remember what I was telling y'all about when we go to the elections part with the whole bill being passed about the Bible being changed. My unpopular opinion, all of this is a scheme. It's a scam. Kendrick Lamar, let's get to you. You did an amazing job. It's fucked up how great you did that you got They Not Like Us playing in these Asian crab boil places. We got these kids talking about A minor. He's a fan. Like, oh my God, it's so sad. Like, you could see the kids talking about this shit. Like, I feel so bad for Drake's son. I feel so bad for Drake's son. Like, that's my daddy. I hope he don't even have to go to a public school for real. I pray that boy is in private school, and I pray they just take away social media, the internet, the iPad, Roblox, all of that. He just needs to be off of it because his daddy a fan, he a fan. I don't know, that shit is pretty like intense. It's really actually scary how great the song is. And how to be so fucked up for these people, family and kids who are listening to this situation. I mean, it's been our local radio stations down here in South Florida was doing recaps about the beef. So instead of a commercial, it'll be a Drake and Kendrick recap. The beef lasted for over 2 months. It's been since March. March 22nd is when they started beefing. That is, they made some money, okay? And the reason why everyone's been on the up and out about all of this is because the casualties, right? The innocent casualties between these situations. For example, Drake had got a bodyguard, got shot in the chest, you know, and right in front of his house, guarding the front door. And it was just like, yo, this is exactly what we didn't want, you know? Boosie said it best. Ari, the Dawn, has a cooking show on YouTube, and she did Boosie, right? Boosie said it best because she asked Tucson. Who the fuck am I saying? Tucson actually said, like, he asked Boosie, like, what do you feel about the beef right now? How do you feel about what's going on? And Boosie was like, I don't like it. Like, I don't like rap beef because where I'm from, rap beef actually leads to casualties. And we don't want nothing to happen to Drake. We don't want nothing to happen to Kendrick Lamar. So we could find 100 other things to rap about instead of, like, degrading each other and saying some real foul words that actually get, you know, a bullet's name on it. And that's not cute. Like, no matter how great it is, it was great. Yeah. But then it's like, okay, real life though? No. Like, relax. Like, mind you, they're signed under the same main label, but they have like smaller branches of labels. And Drake is on it. Kendrick is on it. Top Dog is under one, and then OVO is under another one. They're all under one big umbrella. So it's just like, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like bland. So don't get too sunk into it. Don't get too deep into it. It's just entertainment, Hollywood, action. Number 2, the election. I am not super political, and I'm just putting this out there because I just noticed, like, the campaigns and everything is going so overlooked. I don't see it on the news. I don't see it on my timeline. I don't see Only in Day posted. Nothing about these elections or the election date. Nothing going on. But you could see Drake, Kendrick, and P. Diddy and all these other people on the tabloid. Just pay attention to that, and wherever your country is, your county is, wherever you're located, look into that. See when's your latest election date and go vote. I know sometimes we don't feel like, I even said it, I don't feel like it's going to vote, like voting matters. But I think I'm just going to go vote. Because it's so sick outside that I'm kind of scared not to vote at this point. Because if we just keep letting it go like this, where will we? We're going to be just like that show, The 8 Show on Netflix. Check it out. I told y'all last week. We're going to be just like that. We keep playing. On to podcast era is dying. Podcasting became real popular during 2020. It has been, I think, like 2019 that Joe Budden has started and the other few that has really been in the game for a long time now. Don't get me wrong. But 2020 was popping. It's like everybody had something, a mic in front of them. They were creating content because a lot of people were online because they had nothing to do, right? Okay, cool. Now we're in 2024 and I'm just like, I don't feel like raising any higher anymore. Yeah, it's still becoming popular, but it's like now that it is becoming popular, those boundaries that they just trying to put on it back then is still not working right now. Like people would rather say F getting monetized, fuck getting monetized, to be themselves, or fuck getting a sponsor, to be themselves rather than, censor themselves of what creativity is to match our followers in true authentic ways. So then we like to get a sponsor. Like I gotta change myself to get a sponsor. I don't want to do that. I thought we are helping you. You're not helping us. Yeah, you paying us, which helps us, but it's more of like a collaboration here. So if you're coming to me or if you agree to do it with me, it's because our vision aligns. But let's not change each other. Let's not try to alter the creativity, because then is it real? And that's gonna get into my next conversation. Like these podcasts are ending, and I don't want to put no names out there because I don't want to do that. They ending, and I'm just like, why? These are good people. These are good shows. And then it's so crazy because as soon as it ends, you just remember the host. I don't even remember the shows. I just remember the host. So sad. It's like, what do we do our work? Y'all better remember energy check. Don't play with me. The era is dying. Like you got to put too much in to get little out. And then when you do get some out, it's like you put so much in that you're already probably onto your next move. You get me? It's a real true passion for this shit. Like I had a friend who was telling me they want to start a podcast, and I was like, okay, cool, great. But just know, once you start this motherfucker, that thing is like a ongoing downward, upward roller coaster ball that you got to keep up with. So if you know you're not even into it, you ain't got no time or whatever to direct it, to make sure it gets done, then, looking like, Because like for me, I had to do a lot of this on my own. Right? I don't know if everybody could be able to have the time and patience to do everything on their own or the knowledge. So it just be like, it's either you're going to have the time to figure it out or you're going to pay somebody to do it. Unless you find an 18-year-old that is down with the vision. Because those be the ones that be down and they just want to go roll with the punches with you. So, but yeah, make sure y'all go follow y'all local podcast, dig into it, go figure out a podcast. There's hundreds and thousands of podcasters that are out there right now that need more listeners. Subscribe, follow me. So next topic is celebrity lifestyle is dead. Did y'all not just see Northwestern High School graduating class? I'm gonna put it right here. Do you think for a second now we think being a celebrity matters? If these kids have the ability, rather it's from their mama, daddy, sister, cousin, I don't give a fuck, could pull this off and look so stunning, what do you think we give a fuck about a celebrity lifestyle for? Let's talk about it. Like real tea. Like everything's placement for you in your life. Like, okay, cool. You get sponsors. You get things given to you. You don't got that. Now celebrities, it's not something to fan out for. It's just like, it's a facade. It's like this thing that you look at. You're like, oh my God, that's so cool. Inspiration. And you keep going. Before it be, Chris Brown type of celebrity, you'd be like, oh my God, Chris Brown. And I don't even think Chris Brown would really get too much of that. Like he will because, but like people coming up to him, but not like when they were younger, they couldn't get out no car without like hundreds of people knowing where they're at. You get what I'm saying? I just feel like so much shit has came out about celebrities down to Behind the Lights with the Nickelodeon stars, with, DJ Vlad always exposing things about our community on his page. No Jumper ending, no Diddy coming out and seeing the video of him actually kicking Cassie like that. That is despicable. Like, it's so sad that we're in an age that we have to physically see things to get satisfied and actually believe something. And still people will comment, oh, this could be AI. It is not AI. They raided his house. They took what they had. They found what they had. His kids released a song and then they released the video 2 days later. It's not a game. This is real life. No one's safe. A lot of these celebrities' time is coming. I don't know what's going to happen to freaking Jay-Z, but I'm a 1990s baby, and I just could say I've seen a lot in my lifetime, but a war. And I think we're silently going through a war right now. That's why I actually said, make sure y'all figure out what's going on with the elections on your end and wherever you live. We're silently going through wars right now, and they're freaking covering it up with anything but the truth in America. Don't shoot the messenger, please. If so, do it while I'm asleep. Another thing that's a very unpopular opinion that people might not talk about is like how all of these Diddy tapes and everything is like going, like maybe able to be blasted and everything, and all these people having like these freak off parties. Listen. If you're in the lifestyle, then you would understand that all of that is a secret. Nobody's telling your business. Nobody's recording. I don't know why Diddy probably, I don't know, you're in a billionaire's house. Maybe that's why, because if you got footage of it, then no one could try to sue you and shit because on the camera, you did it. You get what I'm saying? Which I understand, because imagine you have these big ass parties all the time or hundreds of people are coming in your house and things are happening and you don't got no proof. But if some things can happen and you got proof, it's not liable on you. Now you got to take that up with somebody else. You get what I'm saying? That's how I kind of see it. But me being in the lifestyle, I understand that everything is a secret. It is a secret society. We don't want everybody to know that. Duh. So when they talk about these freak calls, I'm like, y'all never been to a swingers club, huh? Y'all don't know what that's about. I ain't gonna tell you, but it got something going on. So do not judge what you don't understand and what we don't know just yet. Now, when it comes down to hitting, beating, and all this, hey, that's different. I'm just talking about freak off parties. Yeah, they probably was freaking off with each other. For sure. You in the room with somebody who open like that, won't like that, you down with your boyfriend like that, or your wife like that, and y'all just, that's just how it goes. It's a normal over there. It's nothing personal. That's why for me, I am also a very confident person because I'm in the lifestyle. So I don't take a lot of things personally. I know my boundaries. So there is the spill on that. Unpopular opinion. People, I haven't heard an opinion like that yet. So let me know how y'all feel about that one in the comment box. So check out this video that I found on Instagram because content creators can be so boring. Like, I know it's fake.
Best influencers and content creators, the people who didn't even want to do it in the first place, those are always the best content creators. But you know who makes the worst? Those people who set out to be an influencer. Ugh. They're always the worst with their bald personality, with their perfectly coiffed hair, and everything has to have a ring light in. They're so boring.
That's it. That's all I really wanted to say. That's why I could never become one. Like, I'm just fighting, and I know I should and everything like that. I'm going against the grain, but it don't look cute. It don't look appetizing. It looked like a robot activity, something I'm not. So, yeah, no judgment, because I love a content creator. You see, I be sharing them. But as you can see, the ones I be sharing, you can tell be the ones who's not trying and is genuinely just pop for them. So think about that, content creators. Number 6, with talking about content creators and how aggravating they are, I just want y'all to know that social media is truly fake. It's an image. It's a mood board. You know, and it is hard to say that we would want it to be real because me having Instagram since 2012, that's so 2012 is when everyone wanted to see every move. You get what I'm saying? Now it is especially a mood board. When you're not in mood board phase, get out the way. Get off Instagram. It's not a continuous thing. It's the shit's just not real. People be on Instagram looking lovely and be miserable. Think about it like that. We cannot fight to want to be something that's on social media when everybody makes it look so pretty on social media. When we post a picture, we pick the best one. Okay, that's all I'm trying to say. That's for everybody. And even when it's terrible, they really think it was great. So last topic of the day. The teacher who allowed his students to play in his, to take out his hair because he had an appointment after school and they had like a scheduled appointment to do a shooting or filming or something the next day, so he had to get it done. And it was at the end of the school day, and guess what? The students took his hair out and it popped on TikTok because of course he recorded it and posted it on TikTok. Well, Now it's a viral moment, and he's going back and forth with all of these testimonies down to crying and everything. Let's get into it. This teacher right here, he was a science teacher, and he allowed his students to take out his hair. A lot of people were going back and forth about like, oh yes, it's okay. No, it's okay. It's not okay. My first opinion when I first seen the video, I'm going to tell you my true opinion is it was like, no. Like, no. One, he had said in one of his lives, like, oh, I'm convinced that you guys seen me and you thought I was handsome and you thought I was a handsome black man. So that's why, since you were attracted to me, that's why you were projecting these emotions onto me. One, fine. If that's what you want to go with, that's cool. Perfect. That's a perfect reason even still for you not to do it. Because why would you put yourself in a compromising situation and these girls in a compromising situation? If you can feel like hundreds and thousands of people feel a certain way towards you, letting these little girls play in your hair, then what you think these little girls feel? I feel like honestly it was a mistake, a harmless mistake that just went left because of course he's a black man with black girls and it's gonna get so much attention versus all the other videos of teachers doing the same thing. No shade, I get it. But with that being said, why didn't you take more accountability in you saying and knowing that, damn, you know what, I should have known better. Instead of you comparing yourself to other people, using your looks and all of these things as like this get out scheme because you feel attacked, I feel like you should have just took accountability, said, you know what, you guys are right, I apologize, I didn't think too much of it, but now I see your point of view, it will never happen again. So you could never put yourself in this position again. So it's for me, when I sat back coming from a rape victim, a molestation victim, I was just like, no, it's giving very predatory. It's giving real predatory because you know why? You gave too many excuses. All it was excuse after excuse after excuse after still agreeing with us. So it was just like, are you on this? Because I was about to say, are you on the spectrum? Are you not understanding? Is your IQ not high enough? Did they hire a qualified motherfucker to understand, like, no, this is just not okay, even if it's harmless? Because somebody else in their culture, their values, their views, and how they raise their kids may not align. I don't think you really understood, the magnitude. Like, you were giving situations, these little girls, room to say anything. You get what I'm saying? Because now we see that you're just that type of teacher. And guess what? I did have cool teachers when I was in high school. I had the teachers that were like, let me skip in their class. We're chilling, this, and this. But I was never rubbing on my teacher's scalp. I only bought him a coffee machine to pass the class, and I damn sure did. So it's just like, And then on top of that, I was a little fast girl. So I'm not shaming them because I get where the love go. Like, I know where the love is coming from. Get it. But there are some fast girls that was faster than me. That was actually fucking the security guard. That was actually fucking the coach. Facts. And just like any other commentator was saying, there were case after case after case of these teachers, women teachers too, which is mind-blowing to me, is that all of these young women are risking their careers to have, sexual engagements with minors. That is sick. What makes you any different, sir? Because you're the first one to speak out. Like, honestly, it was giving me the vibes of like how everybody was falling for Ted Bundy when when Ted Bundy was just like, I would never, and this, and all the girls was showing up in court like, and it's like, I see past some of that bullshit. Like, You're trying to prove yourself too much. You should have laid low. And now because you're talking too much, that's what got you in this situation. You was yapping too much. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I wouldn't let my child do it. I wouldn't want my child to do it. Only because I wouldn't want my child to be put in an uncompromising situation or put the next person in an uncompromising situation. Because if I see it and she thought it was okay, then I want to knock her head off. Not that I would, but I'm just, And if he asked her and she did it and he did something to make her uncomfortable, now I'm gonna knock his head off, and now I'm looking at her like I gotta take your word. So instead of being in those uncomfortable positions of where the truth really lies, let's not do it. Let's just derail from that whole conversation. And that's where a lot of commentators were coming from. It's like, you should have just never even put yourself in that position. Because now, as adults, we got to go to minors to ask for other questions that could be very traumatizing. But all he cared about is his job and his besties. He called his freaking students besties. What? Those are children, bro. Whole children. You're a 29-year-old male, black male, a black handsome male. You need to chill. You look like a kid that was a dork back in the day and never got no play. So this is not looking cute for you because I don't know. I don't trust it. I don't know. I just don't trust it. So those are my unpopular opinions. Social media is fake. Don't let your kids play in people's hair. Don't do that. And stay true to yourself, because it's all an illusion. And make sure you create your illusions for how you see it and how you fit it. That's it. Any other shit is weird. 1 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in with another episode of Energy Check. I appreciate you. I see you. I love you. Make sure you click the like, follow, and share button to one of your besties. And tune in with me next week. Later.
Follow.